President government पहुंचले आताच किती असतो.
Yes. Please introduce yourself.
Thank you, sir. Sir, I'm Pratyush Satpathy. I am from Jagatsinghpur, Odisha. I did my 10th from Kendriya Vidyalaya, Paradip Board. After that, I completed my 12th from BJP Junior College in Bhubaneswar. And after that, I pursued my BSc Forestry from OUAT again in Bhubaneswar. And after that, I went on to follow my PG, post-graduation diploma in Forestry Management from Indian Institute of Forest Management. I am a gold medalist of my PGDF in 2022. And my interest and hobbies include public speaking, and in my free time I contribute to the activities of NGO and also I do reflective writing.
Good. So you have given option that your first preparation is Odisha Police Service.
Yes, sir.
So let us hope you qualify and
We hope.
get
We should succeed.
okay. You get Odisha Police Service,
Sir.
and you are posted as a DSP.
Sir.
Okay, in a Naxal affected area.
Sir.
Okay, you are posted as a DSP in a Naxal affected area.
Sir.
So, what will be your priority?
Sir, if I am posted as SDP or DSP in an Naxal affected area such as the southern Malkangiri area, for example, in Odisha.
Let us see. Yeah.
Yes, sir. So my primary focus would be to understand what are the basic issues there, because the lack of developmental issues are the primary reason why the Naxalism has been there. But as a police officer, it is my duty to protect the law and order there. So I will coordinate. My first duty would be to coordinate with the administration so that we can sync better. My second step would be to discuss with my previous officer what has been the steps taken, what has been issued, and what issues has been done. And my priorities, top 3 priorities would be to focus the Samadhan doctrine that has been there and to implement it there. Second is the safety of women. And third is to focus the community policing, because police and boots are seen as threat there.
Yeah.
So it is my duty that I evoke a sense of friendliness there so that we can understand and manage the Naxalism better.
Good. How can you mainstream the youth in that locality who are attracted towards Naxalism? Okay, or who have joined Naxalism and they want to come back to the mainstream again.
Sir.
So, how to perceive, how you can handle that situation?
Sir, first of all, if we are watching that the youth are taken, either they are influenced by Naxalism or they are part of it. So there are 2 approaches to it. If the first is the deterrence, so we need to develop that friendly policing first, and we need to inspire the youth that there are further avenue and there is provision for special police officers and volunteering, so that they can contribute to the against the Naxalism. So if they are in the primitive stage and they are not totally convinced, that will be the deterrence step. And the second is if they are already part of Naxalism, so during the combing operation that we do, if we came across such youth, it is my responsibility that I should treat them gently rather than just attacking on them. I should understand what has been there and the mediation policy. That is one aspect I would work on. So that we can bring back and mainstream them. I will also tell about the government schemes that are there, that you will get jobs and your further mainstreaming can be done, education can be done. So these will be done. I will build rapport in this direction.
Okay, fine. Now, today's newspaper, you might have seen that Prime Minister Modi had gone to China.
Sir.
And he had a very fruitful discussion with his counterparts, Putin and also Jian, this Prime Minister of China. And a bonding has been forged between the 3 superpowers, India, China and Russia. Okay. Do you think that it can counter the supremacy of USA in international politics and economy?
So if we look at the global order, so few decades back it was bipolar. USSR, now Russia, and US, they had the hegemony. But if we look at the current situation, the world has become multi-order and multipolar. And India has strategically placed itself as the voice of the South. And that is why it is aligning in it, pursuing the interest of strategic autonomy. It is aligning at multiple platforms, be it BRIC, be it SEO, be it Quad. So when we are forging friendship with Russia, we are forging friendship with China. We are safeguarding our interests, the Bharat First policy. For example, the major outcome of SEO is the condemning of Pahalgam attack. At the same time, we are also doing 40 plus mission to 40 countries to counter the trade tariff imposition that has been by USA, also at internal level. So yes, India is doing this a fruitful step so that the multipolar order that is arising, India can be the leader.
Good. Now you might be coming across the global issue, that is climate change.
Sir.
Effects of climate change and globally.
Sir.
Okay, and India is not an exception to it, or Odisha is also not an exception to it.
Sir.
How does it affect our environment, and how can we mitigate it?
So if we look at the impact of climate change, so first of all, we need to understand that the goal is to limit it within 2 degrees Celsius and effort within 1.5 degrees Celsius for the Paris Agreement. But as per the latest report, what we have seen is that we have already crossed 1.4 degrees Celsius. And in the last 13 months of the previous, to 2024, it has already been much higher than the global average temperature than the pre-industrial era. So it clearly shows that the temperature is rising and impacts are multifarious. The impact is on economy, the impact is on agriculture, the impact is on the rising cases of disaster, the impact is on the loss of biodiversity, the impact is on economy, and also the deforestation and forest fires. Forest fires have been rising because of climate change and rising temperature. The sea level is also rising. So yes, it is a multi-level impact, both the environmental and social.
So how can you mitigate it?
Yes, the second aspect is the mitigation. So when it comes to mitigation, we need to look at what we can do. First is the steps for the direct impact steps, that is through increasing the forest cover, controlling the green gas emission, shifting to ethanol so that the green gas emission further can be reduced, shifting to renewable energy. And also from the financial, there is also scope for sustainable finance, the global loss and damage fund that can be initiated. That way we can mitigate through structural and non-structural methods. These are the few ways we can mitigate.
Okay.
Okay. Before I go to arts part, history part, I'll ask you one question. What is your opinion about AI? What is the plus and minus? You can tell us both and your assessment of the things.
So the artificial intelligence is a new age development, computer development, and the positives and negatives. The positives are it has reduced the mundane work. For example, the copywriting work, the development and research work, it has aided in that. And also we are using it for data analysis, big data analysis, let it be the security, let it be for the climate change data, let it be social development, let it be health. So these are the major positives. On the negative side, there are two major negatives. First is it is affecting the creativity, and also the second aspect is the copyrights and the due respect to the copyright and intellectual activities. For example, recently the Ghibli art, which was made famous, it was work of an artist which took years to develop, but it could replicate within fraction of second. So this is one major threat to creativity and protection of intellectual property rights. These are two major threats.
Okay. Since you are a public speaker, you love using the hobby part of it. And tell me, in the recent times, something is being told about this rewriting Indian history. What is that? And do you support it? Do you oppose it? Enlighten us about the recent theory of rewriting Indian history.
Sir, the Indian history that we know as of now, the most part of it has been influenced by the Western understanding of the history. If we date back to the discovery of Alexander Cunningham and the works done by them, they have majorly served all the discovery, and the narratives as such has been set. For example, one is Samudragupta. He was a great emperor from Gupta Empire. So he is compared to Napoleon, whereas Samudragupta came earlier. We don't say the other way that the Napoleon is Samudragupta of France. We say the other way. So this Western narrative is being changed. Also, when it comes to the Odisha part, we are also looking from the Odia Asmita part. So when we talk about Kalinga attack, when we say that the Asoka was changed to Dharmasoko, from Chandasok to Dharmasoko, and he helped the civilization through administration and other aspect. But there is one another aspect that perhaps even in Odisha, the major prevalence of tribals, it shows that there was a sense of republic, perhaps. The book of Hariyar Panda duly highlights that. So yes, the narratives are changed at local level, at national level, and we are trying to project India first at international level through changing our narrative in history.
Okay, but why should we rewrite it? Because of that's what you told me. We can start another aspect altogether. Why contradicting what Alexander Cunningham said? He gave us some discoveries on Hathikumpa inscription. Somebody has discovered it, read it. We are not going to change the reading, or we are going to change. If we are going to change the reading, it's a different aspect altogether. But if we are not changing the reading of Hathikumpa inscription, it's only interpretation.
Yes, sir.
That's right.
Yes, sir.
So, why totally change it? Why rewrite it?
Rewriting history.
Why rewrite it? We can add to it or add addition and subtraction.
Sir, if we have to
Now in textbooks,
Hmm.
now Government of India is deleting the Mughal history. Should we do that?
That's right.
Sir,
Do you-
no, sir, I totally don't agree. If I have to put light on it, I would say that we are not just changing the interpretation, but we are also adding to it. For example, if
We are looking at it from an Indian's point of view.
yes,
That's
Yeah.
the fact.
that's the fact, and it is important because a cultural sovereignty is very important.
Yes.
We need to have that. Otherwise, we will not be able to progress. A nation which is not in touch with its own root, it will never develop. And also, if I may be pardoned to add one other point, is that we are not just randomly changing the interpretation. We are also discovering new facts. For example, if we look at the Indian timeline, the major thing is the IVC. We said that the entire development is first it happened in north, and then it followed in south. But lately, the discoveries, the Kilawadi discovery that has been done, it shows that there was parallel development south as well.
Yes.
So yes, so we are not just changing the interpretation; we are adding.
Okay, I
new
get it.
Fine.
Then you raised a word called Odia Asmita. What is that? I have not asked this question. You gave me that question.
Sir.
So tell me what is Odia Asmita and what are we doing about it? What are the latest steps taken, or and without any criticism, or just state facts?
Sir. So when it comes to Odia Asmita refers to the soul of Odia people, the pride of Odia people, the history and forgotten culture of Odia people. So by reviving Odia Asmita, we are trying to revive that. And in that, the major cultural focus is on the culture of Jagannath. So Prabhu Jagannath has been the center and soul of Odia culture. Now, what steps we have taken? There has been separate allocation in the budget for a setting up of Jagannath Museum. In the Odia University is there, where we are focusing on Odia culture. There is new archaeological museums being set up so that we can understand what further discovery can be done. These are the few major steps that have been taken.
Okay.
No,
Now,
Odia
what-
Asmita means Odia identity or Odia pride or both.
Sir, both.
Good.
Odia
Okay.
Asmita is Odia identity and pride, because we derive pride from our identity.
From the word pride, I take this. We take pride in the word Gajapati Maharaja of Puri.
Sir.
Which Puri is not a kingdom.
Sir.
To which kingdom? Really, he is ruler of which kingdom?
Sir, actually, we talk about Khurda kingdom. For example, the Ramachandra Deva, when he brought Jagannath from Gadapunjam to Puri. So Gajapati title has been there.
Okay,
for
good.
that. Thanks.
That's fine.
Thanks.
Can you tell what is carbon sequestration?
Carbon sequestration refers to the taking carbon dioxide from atmosphere and storing it in form of biological wood that we see in plants, in soil. So organic form of carbon storing is carbon sequestration.
What is carbon harvesting?
Sir, I'm not able to recall that.
Mostly in forest area, the amount of carbon dioxide they are consuming during photosynthesis, that is measured and known as carbon harvesting, same by biomass in carbon your forest area.
Okay, sir.
Okay.
Sure.
Can you tell me what is alley cropping in forest?
Sir, alley cropping refers to the plantation of agricultural crops along the rows, along with trees. So this is alley cropping.
What is relay cropping?
Relay cropping is time this sequence. For example, one crop after that, but it is in the same space but different time. That is relay cropping.
Which species you will recommend for planting on the field bounds?
For as the tree species,
Tree species.
tree species will be the largest one species we can suggest for bunding. The general species, I can say. I don't
Why?
know the exact.
Why?
So largestomia, they have a high protein content in their leaves, so that's there, so that we can provide fodder to the
What
animals.
about your Australian teak,
Sir, acacia.
acacia?
Sir, acacia species can also be done. Acacia nilotica.
Nilotica.
It has thorny on thorns on its tree barks. So it's a small shrub.
What about acacia mangium?
Acacia mangium and auriculiformis, they have large leaves and mostly they are for wood purpose.
Yes, that can be also taken.
Yes, sir. I suggested it from the point of protection and fodder. There, if we change the focus, we can go for other species as well.
The acacia mangium is very quick growing.
Sir,
No?
acacia species. Yes.
Can you tell me what are the different fodder species you will recommend for elephants and other wild animals?
Sir, specific fodder species I'm not aware, but the bamboo, the soya bamboo, that is being done. For example, one initiative is seed ball initiative in Cuttack, where in Attagad Forest Division, where we are putting the soya bamboo so that they can be given to elephants and human-animal conflict can be reduced. So that is one species I'm not aware.
African giant grass can be taken also.
Yes.
Thank you, sir.
When do we have an interview?
Sir, on 11th of September.
11th of September.
Okay.
So our advice will be better get up.
Yes, sir.
You have come very casually today. You have put on ties and all that.
Sir.
But cleanly swept,
Sir.
100% cleanly swept.
Sir.
And still better get up with a better, preferably white
Why
shirt.
do you have? Do you prefer OPS, Odisha Police Service?
Yes.
Sir,
What the reason?
so the actual reason is when I was in undergraduation in OUAT, I came across the story of Sagarika Nathender initiatives. He is
Okay.
currently transferred to NIU. So a few of the initiatives that I got to know was that Chota Cop program, Project Durga, and even in recently 2024, he came up with Project Sampark to tackle
Yes.
drugs.
So you are
That's-
inspired by that.
Yes, sir.
That's
I thought that the police is not just limiting to law and order; it's
Yes.
more community policing, progressive,
Yes.
complementary to
and
administration.
that's
So,
good. But our advice is a little better. Yeah, very presentation is good, but still a little better get up is necessary.
yes, sir.
Your language and other things are quite perfectly okay. Everything.
Sir.
No,
All the best.
Command of
Okay.
the subject is good.